Hey guys, so my buddy Jack had one of the craziest weeks since his divorce. Let me tell you about it. Starts off with a nice Sunday drive to his friend's house to see how his newborn's doing. Turns out it was a record high heat wave, and his car breaks down. Now, this would have been fine had he not left his phone at home to center himself.
A man is crawling through the desert, dying of thirst. The desert is blazing hot, and he's desperate for water. He comes upon a traveling merchant. He crawls up to the merchant and says, "Water, please, water, water." The merchant says, "I don't have any. I'm a Thai salesman. Would you like to buy a Thai?" The guy replies, "No, I need water. I'm so thirsty. Water." The merchant says, "Well, I told you I don't have any, but go west about 10 miles or so, and there's a small inn where you can get water." The guy crawls off. A couple of days go by, and the guy comes crawling back to the merchant. He looks even worse than before. The merchant asks, "What's wrong? Didn't they give you water at the inn?" The guy replies, "They wouldn't let me in without a tie."
Salesman of the year right there. Anyways, Jack was glad he could make it to his court case that Wednesday morning, even though he was a little agitated. And this became obvious.
A man is upset with the judge in his case. The judge has ruled against him again and again. Finally, the man loses his temper and mutters, "What a moron." The judge flushes with anger and shouts, $450 fine. $450? The man sputters, "I said 3 words. Those 3 words were contempt of court," the judge says, "and that's a $450 fine." The man gets out his wallet and starts looking through it, thinking there's been a misunderstanding, and the judge calms down a bit and says, "You don't have to pay now." The man says, "No, I'm just checking to see if I can afford 2 more words."
I wonder if he misses the desert. Later on that morning, he's seen this crazy lady freaking out at the bank. Oh, oops, that was Friday. That afternoon, he picked up his son from school, and he mentioned they had a sub that day.
A young woman gets a job as the physical education teacher at a school. On the first day, she has the kids outside playing in a field. After a little while, she notices one young boy standing all by himself while all the others are running around together. She walks over to the boy and asks, "Is everything okay with you?" The boy says, "Yeah, I'm doing just fine," taking pity on him. The teacher says, "You know you can run around with the other children too, right?" Shrugging, the boy tells her, "I think it's best if I just stay right here." The teacher asks, "And why would you say that, sweetheart?" The boy says, "Because I'm the goalkeeper."
I think that lady needs a credit check. So Friday morning at the bank, just before that lady spazzed, he went to the washroom and oddly enough, someone sparked a conversation.
I was barely sitting down when I heard a voice from the other stall saying, "Hi, how are you?" I'm not the type to start a conversation in the men's restroom, but I don't know what got into me. So I answered, somewhat embarrassed, "I'm doing just fine." And the other guy says, "So, what are you up to? What kind of question is that?" At that point, I'm thinking this is too bizarre, so I say, I'm just traveling for work. At this point, I'm just trying to get out as fast as I can when I hear another question. "Can I come over?" Okay, this question is just too weird for me, but I figured I could just be polite and end the conversation. I tell him, "No, I'm a little busy right now." Then I hear the guy say nervously, "Listen, I'll have to call you back. Some guy is in the other stall answering all my questions."
Bathroom small talk is weird. Don't do it. Just after this, he had to wait in line, and all of a sudden, he heard a commotion.
Something happened whilst I was waiting in line at the bank today. There was a lady in front of me of Asian descent who was trying to exchange yen for dollars. She seemed just a little bit peed off. She asked the teller, "Why a change? Yesterday, I get $300 of yen. Today, I only get 250? Why a change?" The teller nonchalantly replied, "Fluctuations." To which the Asian lady replied, "Fluck you white people too."
He finished up the day at work and had planned to go and meet up his buddy, Bubba. Since he didn't make it there on Sunday, he figured he'd make it up to him. He does exaggerate a lot, but it leads to some good conversations. While there, he's seen an opportunity and figured he'd try his luck.
A man at a crowded bar spotted a beautiful young and unaccompanied woman and asked her if he could buy her a drink. "A motel?" she loudly replied. "What? No, I just wanted to buy you a drink." She forcefully protested, "What? You want me to go to a motel with you?" With faces focused on him, the man, extremely embarrassed, retreated to a corner table. Later, the woman came up to him and said that she is a psychiatry major at school and was playing a part to see how the other patrons would react to a man treating her as if she was a prostitute. To which the man, in a commanding voice, said, $100? Last time it was 20.
I never did like psychiatry people. They always know what I'm thinking. It's weird. Anyways, he continued chatting with Bubba. They had lots to catch up on since it's been 2 weeks since they last met.
A redneck bought a round of drinks for everyone in the bar, announcing that his wife had just given birth to a typical redneck baby boy weighing 20 pounds. Congratulations showered him from all around, and many exclamations of "wow" were heard. A woman fainted due to sympathy pains. 2 weeks later, he returned to the bar. The bartender said, "Say, you're the proud father of an amazing redneck baby who weighed 20 pounds at birth. How much does he weigh now?" The proud father answered, 14.5 pounds. The bartender was puzzled. "Why? What happened? I thought he weighed 20 at birth." The father drank the bottle of whiskey at one go, wiped his lips on his shirt sleeve, leaned into the bartender, and said, "Had him circumcised."
Is that exaggeration? Or you know what, never mind. So, do you feel for Jack? Leave your condolences. Something tells me next week won't be any better. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to do all that good stuff. Share, comment, like, and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And remember, you are appreciated. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Cheers.